Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Inside the Den. Now today we're going to take a look at Spiral Knights. And this is a free-to-play kind of action-oriented MMORPG with some cool fighting elements. But let's get started. We're going to go ahead and create a new knight. And you can see you don't have a ton of options here. You can pick some cool little, you can do some different colors, and you got a few different helm type styles. This one kind of makes you look female. That's pretty much it as far as the gender options are concerned. Let's go ahead and go with that one. Then you've got a few different armor designs, nothing too crazy, and then a few different general designs that that go with kind of your color options. Well, let's go with this. Actually, let's go with this pink, and let's see what other options we have here. So we're gonna go with that one right there, and let's create our name. And the game is essentially just wanting to get you jumped in and started really quick. You can do some randomization, which will basically randomize your helm and your armor and the actual design that you have. It doesn't randomize your name or anything like that. So let's confirm. There we go. And we're going to get thrown into the crash site, which is essentially a basic walkthrough and tutorial for the game. It's pretty cool, like the way that they set it up. So start out, welcome to the cradle, recruit, roger that, I'm on my way. So basic movement and stuff like that is pretty cool. So you can look in different directions just by moving your mouse around, and if you hold down the left click you can keep moving around, and then obviously you can just click it individually, but you can also move around with WASD. What's cool with this is you can actually be moving this direction, and then you can use your mouse to look around and actually look in a different direction. Now what's nice about this tutorial is as you run around it'll tell you different things like how to attack. So if you're moving around and you want to use your attack, you can just hold down Z, or you can move around with WASD and then you can use your right click. So we're going to attack our way through these trees, take them out. Basically it tells us right there that we want to clear our path. That's kind of cool. You know, the more you clear out of this stuff, different plants and different blocks and things like that you'll take out. As you can see there, will drop different things. Like there was a coin. Sometimes there'll be these hearts, which these hearts will regenerate your health that's down here. And you also have a heat level, so you can pick up different icons that are on the ground to actually increase your heat. Now heat is essentially your experience in the game. So the more heat that you gather throughout running around, you can see that little kind of like fiery dot that I just picked up was basically some heat. And so when I finally complete this stage, it'll show how much heat that I gained, basically increasing my level. And the way that the levels are done, it's basically done to where you gain levels in your individual attributes or your individual skills, whether it be your sword, or you can see here I can change weapon by using spacebar as it states right there, and then from afar I can take out this that little bubble that actually exploded, and I can keep using this. I can keep using this weapon. You can see it takes a little while to reload. Now the higher level and the better weapon that you have, as far as this, it takes less time to reload, it has more shots in it, and things of that nature. So it's really cool. Like as you move along and you get to the first town, which is called the first, like, actually it's like major city, I guess you could call it. It's called Haven, and we're gonna switch back to our sword. When you get to Haven, you have an auction house or like a marketplace that you can essentially list items that you find, or go in there and buy items that other people have listed. And you can see that you're going to run into these occasionally, which will drop these little hearts, so you can heal up in the event that you take some damage. And there's one of the heat dots, or the little heat icons that you can pick up. I don't know if you guys saw that or not. I'm trying to get to a spot where you'll see one without me just automatically picking it up. But for the most part, you're going to run around, you're going to pick up just tons and tons of this stuff anyways. So let's go ahead and see if we can't blow through this pretty fast. And there we go. Now one thing you can see right there, like I cleared out all that area and then found this little stepping stone that I was able to step on and open up that gate. The game is really puzzle oriented. So as you move along, there's going to be all these different puzzles that you're going to be able to find, where you either step on little stones like that, or you're gonna, these green items are actually treasure chests, so they've got different stuff in them. It looks like most of them have the hearts, but some of them had a bunch of cash in them. So we're gonna change to the that gun weapon and take out a bunch of these with these bombs. But like I was saying, the game is really puzzle oriented. So you can use things, you know, such as like I was just using those bombs to take out the trees, which also probably did some damage to these little blob guys and maybe even this little lizard guy that's shooting at me. But you don't want to do that. You don't want to actually hit them when you're in close range, because then you actually take damage. But the game is pretty good about giving you a lot of power-ups as far as health and things of that nature. Now, granted, when you get into some of the higher level kind of instances, I guess you could say, it's a little bit different as far as all those little bonuses. But there's also things like different types of you'll find these different types of almost like flasks or vials, and as you're moving through the different areas and you find these different vials, you're able to pick them up, and then you're able to they'll get assigned to your, we actually completed that, they'll get assigned to your different hot buttons, and then you'll be able to use them, bring them up, and throw them at different creatures and things of that like that, and then you'll be able to either light them on fire or slow them down or do different things like that. But you saw right there, so it showed my heat. Now we're in the more persistent world, so you can see there's a lot more gamers in here and other players, and you can actually right click and you can see different things as far as the gamers concerned. I was actually looking to talk to that guy right there. There we go. So you can see this basically questions. I bet you have a bunch. Where do I begin my training? Is there someplace I can get new equipment? Haven, my missions. So you can talk to that guy and you can find a bunch of stuff out. But we're going to go ahead and cruise over here and take a look at some different things. And you can talk to all these different guys in the different areas, and they'll tell you different stuff. There's some pretty decent storyline to go along with the action portion of the game, because like I said, it is really action oriented. And then why is everybody gathered around this guy? I think this is the equipment. Yeah, this is the merchant. So you can go in here and you can see, you can pick up there's different swords, and there's handguns, there's bombs, pick up different helmets, and you can highlight over these and you can see the different attributes that they basically have. Like this one has about the same amount of power, but it's a little bit slower. Then here's the proto sword, which I have now, and then here's the slime slasher, which pretty much looks like it has the same stats. It just has bonus against slime, and then same with this one, just has bonus against beast. So we're essentially just going to stay with what we have. Let's head out of here and let's go jump into, this is one of the first missions that you can jump into, and what's cool about it is you can talk to this thing. Here you go, adventure board. So you go to the abandoned depot. Now you can either start a party or just join a party. We're going to leave it as just join a party because it's pretty cool. Once you get down there, the game will automatically grab a group of 4 people and just assign them together. So everybody will be able to adventure together. So it looks like there's actually only 2 of us right now. So you can see here, it explains a little bit more. These Vitapods are essential to your survival. They'll increase your maximum health for a duration of your time in the clockworks. So it looks like it's probably just going to be 2 of us. Oh, nope, it looks like there's a couple more guys waiting at the lift, so we're just waiting on them to load up. But there we go. It looks like, so we want to descend. So it looks like they're on the little elevator now, and we're going to cruise down. We've got all 4 of us on the little elevator, and we're just waiting for everybody to hit descend. Looks like maybe some of these guys are having some lag, or they're a little bit slower connection or something like that. But let's see. There we go. Get on there, because we can't go anywhere until you're on there. But another cool thing is, I mean, the game does have a pretty intense collection system where you can go into these different dungeons or instances, and there'll be different ores and things like that that you can collect, and then you're able to sell those and gain a lot of coin from that. But you're going to see a lot more of the puzzle system that I was talking about in the game. We're going to take out some of these guys real quick. Doesn't take too long, especially when there's a couple of us beating on them. And then we're going to cruise through here. You can see a lot of different blocks and stuff like that. And then you've got your different spiked ground that you don't want to walk. You obviously don't want to walk over because you take damage. Now I almost got stuck on it. You got a little tower there that was shooting at us. But let's cruise over here. Pretty soon we're going to see one of the first little bits of, let's say, the puzzle aspect of this this dungeon. Let's take this guy out. So there you go. So this is the first one. So she stepped on that little block, just like you guys saw in the tutorial. And there we go. Take that guy out. Now, unfortunately, there's no way to actually spin the camera, so the camera angle is pretty stuck. But you can see here, now this guy's going to pick up this vase, and he can either throw it right there and actually hit that, and he'll open that gate. So there we go. So we opened that gate, and then somebody shot it. So that guy's going to shoot it again, so I don't want to do it. And then that gets us actually in here. And then once we're in here, everybody's in here, so we'll shoot that, and that will now open this gate to get us into this area. So, like I said, there's a lot more, and the puzzle depth gets a little bit more intricate as you get further on into the more in-depth dungeons and the later game dungeons. But still, I mean, pretty cool aspect as far as the game is concerned. So one of us needs to pick up that key. I'll actually handle heading over here, and we actually have all the doors open. We're just waiting for this guy to bring his key. Open this door. Here we go. Go ahead and throw it down. And these are pretty cool. Like the different colors that you hit, actually they open up only the colors that you actually take out. So it's pretty cool. Like up in this area up here, we're gonna take out just certain. Well, we probably won't, but we could take out just this green, and then we'll just open up this spot right here, be able to fight this guy solo. So this gets a little more important when you're dealing with a little bit more difficult monsters and things like that. So you're only dealing with them, but these guys are pretty easy, and so the four of us can take them out without really having too many problems. Same with that guy, so we'll take him out pretty quick. Now these little things, they almost look like little barriers, but I think they're checkpoints. I'm not 100% sure that they're actually checkpoints, but maybe one of you guys who knows the game a little bit better can tell and say for sure if those are actually checkpoints or if they're just something to say that you're heading into the next little area. So here's the heat we were talking about. So he's picking up a bunch of heat. I'm picking up a bunch of heat. So the more you pick up of that, or the more that you do as far as that stuff is concerned, the better you're going to do as far as your actual leveling up. And obviously, you know, you want to keep leveling up all your weapons and things like that, because the more that you level that stuff up, the better damage that you do to the monsters, and the faster you can get through these different dungeons, and obviously keep leveling up even more. So, and you do have some limitations as far as some of the weapons are concerned and things like that. You have to have a certain heat level in, you know, let's say swords or in guns and things like that. So you want to make sure that you have your heat level up high enough to be able to progress on to the next group of weapons, so to say. So here we go. Looks like we found. I mean, we can basically leave these guys alone, but I think we'll just take them out because it never hurts. Because the more things that you take out, the more heat that you get for taking out you actually get more heat for taking out the monsters too. So we're just gonna take these guys out real quick, and we've got to be. I think we're getting pretty close. There's actually a boss battle coming up here in a little bit, so it'd be pretty cool to show you guys one little boss battle before we run out of time. You can also take and you could throw those vases and things of that nature at these guys. So let's jump on here and come on, let's go. There we go. So the first, I don't think this is really a boss battle. It's just kind of the music got a little more ominous, like it is a boss battle. But I don't see these three little guys being a boss. But it, you know, it actually looks like it is progressing up a little bit. So we might get to where we take out a few little rounds of these guys, and then it'll actually be a boss. There he is. So there's the actual boss. So we just need to beat on him a bunch, take him down pretty quick. There we go. He's actually down. So it didn't take too long, especially since there's four of us. And the cool thing is in the first little area, you can run this dungeon or this instance several times before you actually have to move on to the area of Haven, where you kind of take the next progressive level in your adventures, so to say. So once we all get on here, we'll complete the dungeon, and there we go. So you'll see the amount of heat that I got. So I got level 2 in the spiral tailed helm, and you can see all it basically is leveling up the weapons that I have now. So there we go. And it's so weird, exit in a minute, essentially, I guess, if I don't exit out on my own. So I don't know why it has it take so long. But there you go. You guys get to see that first little instance. And you can cruise up here, and like I said, you can continue to keep running that, or you can cruise up in this direction, and once you get up in this direction, you're going to get to this little bridge here, and then you're going to find, I think it's this guy right here. Oh, not him. It's this little this little path right here. So the final test, this will actually get you the final gate available, rescue camp. The gate crosses the chasm and leads to Haven. So if you want to leave, you use this one. I'm not going to leave right now. I'm actually going to hang out here and get a little bit, level up a little bit more. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's trip inside the den. Don't forget to subscribe and keep yourself updated as each new episode is released. And if you'd like to play or learn more about Spiral Knights, you can read our full review at MMOden.com or just click the link in the description. Till next time, thanks for watching.